The second was the pattern. Every time Jimmy tried to break free, something happened. A canceled show, a sudden illness, a missing document, a mysterious incident that slowed his momentum. And the third detail was the one investigators circled, underlined, and never forgot. Every person who financially benefited from Jimmy's death was directly tied to Mike Jeffrey. His label, his management company, his publishing contracts, even the insurance payout. And the moment Jimmy died, all of it snapped back into Jeffrey's hands. But the most chilling revelation came from one of Jeffrey's former employees, a man named James Tappy Wright, who spoke publicly decades later. Wright claimed that just months before his own death, Jeffrey drank heavily one night and confessed something terrifying. It was nothing personal. He was worth more to me dead than alive. Wright alleged that Jeffrey admitted sending people to Hendrix's flat, that they held him down, and that it had to look like an accident. Wright's claim was never proven, but it was never disproven either, and he had nothing to gain by saying it. This revelation ignited a new line of investigation. If Jeffrey truly was desperate, drowning in debt, losing control, and capable of such a confession, then Jimi Hendrix's death was not just convenient, that it was timely, perfectly timed, and possibly engineered. But motive alone doesn't make a case until researchers uncovered one final staggering detail. In the weeks before his death, Jimmy had recorded new music, material that was more ambitious and more personal than anything he had ever done. Music that, according to those who heard it, would have changed the direction of his career entirely. Jimmy planned to release it under his new management. If he had lived even one more week, Jeffrey would have lost control of the master tapes. Instead, days after Jimmy's death, Jeffrey walked into the studio with executive authority, demanded access to the vault, and took possession of everything Jimmy had recorded. To this day, no one knows what he removed. Some tapes reappeared years later in altered form. Others vanished forever. And with that, the motive becomes clear: control, power, millions in revenue, millions in insurance, and the erasure of everything that threatened him. Investigators realized that when you strip away the myths, the rumors, and the convenient narratives, you're left with the cold architecture of motive. Jimi Hendrix didn't just die, someone profited from his dying. This single truth reshapes the entire case and leads us into the final chapter of this file, where the evidence disappears, key witnesses go silent, and the last people who knew what happened vanish. One by one,